This is Jamie Serber with North Carolina A&T with Figured Out Baseball. This is our dual ball drill. This is for developing a breaking ball. This is something we do at least a couple times a week. We do this for about 8 to 10 reps on it. And this is our dual ball. So it's basically two baseballs taped together with athletic tape. Anybody can make this. It really doesn't matter what type of baseball you have. If it's a good one or a bad one, the seams are messed up on them. You can find them at any BP bucket is what we use for our guys. It's just the BP balls. They're kind of worn. And this is really going to help us with our wrist position and some hand speed and getting extension on our breaking ball. So breaking ball is obviously the equalizer when you get to the college level. You got to have a good breaking ball if you want to be successful more times than not. This is really a drill that's helped us out a lot. I did it with my college coach, Coach Kozar at High Point. He taught me this drill. Really helped out my breaking ball back in the day. Our guys seem to really enjoy this drill as well, and they have fun with it. It's a tougher drill, so don't get discouraged if you throw one bad doing this. You really want to have good wrist position. So when we're doing this, we want to have a good flat wrist out front. No matter how you hold a breaking ball, if you hold it with one finger like that, or if you hold it with two fingers, we're really just looking on for that wrist position. So we want to have a good flat wrist, get to extension on it, or make sure we get to the top of our arm circle and just rip it. I mean, we want to throw this thing pretty hard. You don't want to just lollypoop it in there. So if you open up that wrist at any point in this drill like that, this ball is going to go about 20 feet in the direction you want it to go in, arm side. So you really got to stay out front. You got to have a good flat wrist. You got to have some hand speed because obviously it's going to be heavier than a regular baseball. And we're really looking to throw this thing aggressive. We want hard, abrupt, late break on our breaking balls. So we really want to rip this thing hard. Use our front side. Make sure our front side is connected to the ball. We're ripping this thing down and we're really letting it go. We're going to do this from one knee. I have Mikey and Scott demonstrate this drill. Do a couple of them right, and I'm going to show you what happens when you open up your wrist, slow your arm down, and throw a bad breaking ball because you're going to have instant feedback. So don't get discouraged on this drill. I'll show you a couple of good ones and I'll show you what happens when you do it bad. So when we're throwing the dual ball, it's okay if you have a 12-6 break. It's going to rotate more this way. If you throw more of a slider, it's going to rotate more of this way. If you're a subby guy and you throw more of a frisbee from the down low position, it's going to rotate this way, parallel to the ground. All those are fine. These are good drills for no matter if you're over the top slot, 3/4 slot, or submarine slot. We've had luck with throwing this with everybody. The biggest thing we want to look for on this is how many rotations we can get. We want to get as many as we can. We want to throw it aggressive and hard, but under control, and you want to have a high spin rate. So no matter which way it's rotating, we want it to be fast. We want a high spin rate and throw it aggressive so we can develop hand speed doing this. So when we're doing this drill, we're going to put our front knee, our land leg down on the ground, your glove leg. And then we're going to rock back a little bit, make sure our shoulders are turned to our target. You're going to get your front shoulder turned to the target, and then you're going to throw it aggressive. Good. Your partner's going to be on his knees or in a catching position for this as well. And we want to start out throwing this thing glove side so we have good finished break at the end of this thing. Good. Good. Mikey has more of a slurve on his break, and you can see the rotations on that ball. All those are fine, as long as we're getting it out front and it's rotating quick. So on that last one that Mikey threw was a little bit low and away to a right-handed hitter, bouncing the ground. That's fine. We want to make sure it's out front, rotating aggressive, and throwing it hard. We would much rather have that miss on our breaking ball than have a arm side miss that's just spinning and loopy on the arm side. We want it to be quick and aggressive finish break. If anything, that's going to help develop our 0-2 breaking balls, our 1-2 to finish off hitters. What we don't want is crappy, loopy arm side misses. Not bad. Get another rep. Good. This is what happens. What I'm going to show Mikey's going to demonstrate is what happens when you open that wrist up and you don't finish that thing long out front where we get our fingers in between the catcher and the ball, where we get that thing out front and rotating hard. If you open up that wrist, it's going to go about 20 feet that way. Mikey will show you what happens when you do it wrong. That's what we do not want. We don't want it to be high. We don't want it to be loopy with that wrist open or not getting it all the way out front. This is Jamie Serber with North Carolina A&T Baseball. That was our dual ball drill. Thanks for checking it out. Don't forget to check out my next video, the brick drill, where we're working on being quick to the plate.